The first video begins with a Russian convoy of 6 trucks moving toward their command post. Above them, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone silently observes every movement and quickly transmits the exact coordinates to a HIMARS unit waiting in position. Within seconds, rockets are launched, and a series of powerful explosions tear through the convoy, destroying trucks and ammunition in an instant. This rare footage reveals the raw power of HIMARS on the battlefield, where seconds can decide victory or defeat. And in this video, we will explore several spectacular HIMARS strikes by the Ukrainian forces. Moments later, another Russian convoy attempted to push through the same route, but the vehicles came to a halt, turning themselves into an easy target for Ukrainian forces. Without hesitation, HIMARS rockets were launched in a devastating wave. The strike ripped through the column, leaving burning wreckage scattered across the road. Flames and smoke filled the air, as what was meant to be a coordinated advance collapsed into chaos within seconds. The next scene takes us to Zaporizhzhia, where a Russian BM-21 Grad multiple rocket launcher was preparing to fire. Ukrainian forces had already locked the target. A HIMARS missile, armed with 180,000 tungsten fragments, was launched with deadly precision. The impact was catastrophic. The Grad was obliterated, and its rockets ignited in a violent chain reaction, flying in every direction. Fire and smoke rose high above the battlefield, a stark reminder of the devastating power of HIMARS. Next, Ukrainian airborne forces, supported by precision-guided HIMARS strikes, destroyed a Russian armored column attempting to advance toward Pokrovsk in the Donetsk region. The attack took place on August 28, 2025. Reconnaissance teams from the Ivan Franko Group, operating under the 79th Air Assault Brigade, identified the Russian mechanized formation about 10 kilometers behind the front line. The column consisted of 7 armored vehicles, tanks, and infantry fighting vehicles, along with nearly 100 soldiers, some even riding motorcycles. The first HIMARS strike hit the column while it was on the move. As the explosions tore through the formation, FPV drone operators from the Ivan Franko Group targeted the surviving vehicles and scattered troops. A second HIMARS strike followed, finishing off the disorganized remnants. According to the 79th Brigade, the operation resulted in the destruction of all armored vehicles and the elimination of at least 50 Russian soldiers. This sequence of strikes shows once again how HIMARS continues to dominate the battlefield, turning entire enemy advances into burning wreckage within minutes. On September 19, 2024, Ukrainian forces, supported by precision-guided HIMARS strikes, destroyed the headquarters of Russia's 7th Airborne Division. Released footage shows a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone scanning the target area before transmitting the coordinates. Moments later, HIMARS rockets were launched with deadly accuracy, reducing the headquarters building to rubble. According to Ukrainian reports, the strike also killed a senior Russian officer, Colonel Osychkin. The massive explosion and the ruins left behind stand as clear evidence of how HIMARS continues to dominate the battlefield. Next, M142 HIMARS rockets struck a Russian S-300 air defense battery in the Belgorod region. The footage shows massive explosions tearing through the site. At the same time, the strike also hit Russia's advanced NEBO-M radar system, a critical part of their air defense network. For context, the S-300 system is valued at around $150 million, while the NEBO-M radar costs nearly $100 million. Both were destroyed in seconds, reduced to flames and smoke, clear evidence of how HIMARS can neutralize assets worth hundreds of millions with a single precision strike. These precision strikes once again demonstrate how HIMARS has become a weapon that changes the course of the war. From armored columns and headquarters to air defense systems worth hundreds of millions of dollars, everything can be reduced to rubble in seconds. For Russian forces, every movement is now shadowed by the fear of sudden destruction from above. Convoys hesitate to advance, commanders are forced to disperse their units, and even heavily fortified positions no longer guarantee safety. There is no secure zone, no place beyond the reach of HIMARS. For Ukraine, these strikes are more than tactical victories. They are proof of technological superiority, of careful reconnaissance, and of the ability to strike with precision where it matters most. Each successful operation boosts morale on the front lines and sends a clear message. Even the most expensive and advanced Russian systems can be destroyed in an instant. The footage you have seen is only a glimpse of what continues to unfold every day. Convoys shattered, depots ignited, radars silenced, each strike writing a new chapter in this conflict. The war is far from over, but one fact is undeniable. HIMARS has become Russia's nightmare. With every launch, it reshapes the battlefield, turning enemy advances into burning wreckage and leaving behind a trail of destruction that will be remembered long after the smoke clears.